you got to have dreams to make things happen. And I remember, I think it was 1991 when Ian Baker Finch won the Claret Jug. That's the first kind of memories I have of watching the Open Championship as a junior, sitting back home in my room in Sweden there, watching that happen. And then you start dreaming, like all my colleagues and everyone else. You've been on the chipping green, you've had those putts to win the Claret Jug and all these things, and to go from there to just being part of playing in Open Championships is obviously a big journey and a fun one. And then to take it that final step to actually winning one, and I think I always had that self-belief that I was going to do it. At the same time, it's surreal when it happens. To a small percentage, I guess always felt like it was meant to be that way. Might sound cocky, but I felt like I was always going to be able to do it. You can never guarantee these things, but I think just because it's been with me for such a long time, I think that makes it easy to make it happen in the end. I felt like it was match play already on that back nine on Saturday. It was not really going to be anywhere else at that point, unless someone went completely bananas on Sunday morning on the front nine. It was not going to be anyone in the mix, really. We got off to a great start, even though I bogeyed the first hole. Then I came back with a number of birdies straight after, and Phil almost holed out his second shot on the first, and he eagled the fourth. And I remember walking up to the fifth tee, I just looked at him and said, we've got a pretty good better ball going here already, don't we? And we just kept on trading punches all the way around. And key moments, 14, I'm standing there with my birdie putt, I'm reading my line, and I'm just thinking to myself, he's never going to back down. I know that. He's not going to give this away for free. So if you want to win this tournament, you need to make birdies. And just picked my line and drained it in the middle and got that one-stroke lead. That was nice to get at that point. And I don't think Phil was too worried at that point, but then comes 15, and I drained that 51-footer off the fringe, and I think that kind of lowered his spirits quite a lot. I think he realized he was in trouble when I hold that one.
Go on, go on, go on, go on! Oh, what a putt, Henrik Stenson! Oh, this, what a day, my goodness me. Send me some oxygen.
On 16, I'm thinking, whatever you do, just make four, because I know he's going to make four worse ways. And I mean, we're talking about when is your day and not. You got to have those 10, 15, 20% going your way, whatever it is. And Phil's eagle attempt, I mean, it's millimeters away from going in. I mean, he can't believe it doesn't go in. And the camera's on me when I'm going like, how did that not go in? And then I'm left with this 4.5-footer for birdie. I make that one. I still got that 2 shots lead coming up 17, and then I probably hit the best shot of my career. That 4-iron never leaves the flag. And it could have been done and dusted there, but given what a fighter Phil is, he missed his shot, didn't get his pitch close, and he still make that 20-footer for par, and I just nearly missed my birdie putt. So it could have been a 3 or 4 shot cushion going up the last, and it could have been all about waving to the crowds, but instead we're still 2 shots up, and it's business all the way to the finish.
You just can't be surprised, can you?
I felt like if I hit iron off the tee, it's going to leave maybe a 6-iron to that green, and it's pretty narrow, and I wanted to get it up there, and 3-wood has always been my go-to club and a solid club for me, and thoughts were that if I leak it, it's going to be a bit weak, so it'll never reach that bunker. And of course, with the adrenaline and everything, I send this absolute rocket towards the bunker, and I think it goes in the bunker because it goes over this little crest, it disappears, and I said to Gary, I think that's in. And he's like, yeah, I don't like this. And then we're walking down the little valley there and comes up onto one of the further tee boxes, and then I can see over and I see this little white shiny egg there down on the right-hand side, and that was the nicest spotting all day, I'd say.
What's that, a foot?
It's the nicest bit of real estate he's ever seen in his life.
We've seen big championships being lost due to lack of concentration or, faulty thought processes right at the crucial time at the end. And I was very determined not to let that happen. I mean, I was going all the way to the finish, and it wasn't until Phil missed his long birdie attempt that came up just couple of inches short, and then I know I've won. I got 3 putts to win, so then you start taking it in. Before then, I didn't want to go there in my mind. So at that point, I realized, okay, I've done it. It's ours. The claret jug is ours, and then I read my putt, because of course you want to try and finish as well as you can. And I didn't have any idea about the record, so that I was tied for the scoring record at that point. And I picked the line on this putt and send it off. I had a big break towards the last little bit, and it falls in kind of sideways, kitchen door almost to the side, and it's almost like you're just soaking it or letting it all sink in, and then I give it the double fist pump. That one. Haven't done that one before. I guess we saved that one for a major.
Not only is Henrik Stenson the Open champion, it's the lowest score anyone has ever made in the Open. 20 under par. What a performance. A round of 63. He took everything Phil Mickelson could throw at him, and on the day he was just too good.
It was the final piece of the puzzle, really. I mean, I've had a very successful career. Managed to win some great tournaments around the world and be part of Ryder Cup teams and all these wonderful things, but a major was still missing, so to finally get that one, what a moment. It was something very, very special. It's the best thing I've ever accomplished.